So here I am again. I'm going to compare now three products. The telephone that we talked about already, or the old telephone to our cell phone, and then light bulbs, incandescent lamps to the modern LED lamps. And then here, the automobile, old mechanical, all machinery automobiles to now the new automobiles that we're going to have, or we're having already, which are electrical, electronic, and almost self-driving. Now, I would like all of us to compare the initial product and the new product that I'm showing here about their relative proportion of nature-based material capital and intellect-based technology capital involved. In the older product, nature-based material capital share is very high compared to intelligence-based technology capital. On the other hand, the newer products have intellect-based technology capital share much higher than the nature-based material capital. So I'm making a general statement. Modern world products here have greater technology over material capital. Having said that, now I go to the industries. Industrial revolution also steered by technological innovation. And as you all know, we call nowadays Industrial Revolution 1, Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, Industry 3.0, and Industry 4.0. And these are the time period when these happened. But most important for us is to see the process or the technologies which are used in those industrial revolution time, mechanized small batch production with water steam power locomotives here in 1.0, and mostly the kind of enterprises or economies we had, light engineering, farming, and food sector dominant economy. Later on, Industry 2.0, mass production with electric motor and fossil fuel powered internal combustion engine, structures, processes, construction sector dominant economy. Then in the 50s, automated production with electronics, computers, ICT systems with energy from various sources, machine tool, utilities, precision work sector dominant economy. And then finally, what we have nowadays, starting from year 2000, remote production with smart connected devices using mobile intelligence and digital data network, cyber linked systems, and knowledge sector dominant economy. Now, I would like you to note here that in the earlier days, Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, economies were dependent on material capital for moderate growth, because these were material capital or natural resource dependent industries. But in the newer era, here we are reliant on greater intellectual capital for high growth. Two things I'm talking about. Here, natural resource dependence. Here, intellectual resource dependence, moderate growth and high growth. So the final concluding remark I make, greater intellectual capital intensive industry restructuring is the foundation for high growth economy. Having said that, now let's look at our work, my work, your work, everybody's work. So here I'm trying to show how the professional work has evolved over time. Let's look at the world of our work. And we can look at that from 3 points of view: workplace, work media, and work content. Workplace, anytime, anywhere. That's how we work nowadays. How we work, using either handheld computers to all the way mainframe computers, where most of the computing is done in the cloud with Wi-Fi connections and artificial mobile intelligence. So what is the work content? It's a combination of human intelligence and artificial intelligence. So I call it intellect intensive. And this is how, as you can see here, looks like we're all over the world, but it looks like we're around the table and working together using the World Wide Web. So now I would like to read the top sentence here so that we get a comprehensive understanding of what we have talked about so far. Modern industrial enterprise professionals can be at any place, assemble a team of talented experts on the internet, put their intellectual property in a secure cyber cloud, develop product innovation processes through cloud computing and data, utilize a robotized factory with 3D printers to make all kinds of very complex products and market those via the World Wide Web. Can you imagine? This is how we work nowadays. Okay, let's move on. After we have talked about our individual work, let's look at the enterprises. Here I'm saying that technological innovation affects enterprise operation. How the enterprises work today nowadays is affected by technological innovation. And to explain that, I'm referring to the enterprise playing field and enterprise ball game. Here, the playing field, and here the ball game. What is the playing field? This is the external world that shapes the enterprise's playing field. What is the external world? Dizzy pace of innovation, messy kind of connection, because everything is now connected to everything else. Fuzzy state of the future. Just a few minutes ago, I said unpredictable future. Things are changing in a way that we could not even predict. And then one more thing here, which we'll discuss a little bit more later, shaky scope of alliance. Enterprises are getting together and getting separated also, because nowadays